This Wednesday, we will pause to remember those who were killed on September 11th, 2001. 18 years later, there are now 33,000 first responders who suffer from 9/11 related illnesses and injuries. 33,000. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge spoke with firefighters about how they're helping each other cope.
The worst domestic terrorist attack in American history.
Almost all of these men put their lives at risk responding to 9/11. Every day, they not only mourn their 343 comrades killed nearly 2 decades ago, they remember the growing death toll from related illnesses. Matthew Desjardins works directly with victims and their families.
It never gets easier. Every time we have a new one. I have just a new firefighter now in Queens that came down and he's sick. I hope to God it slows down, but from what we're seeing, it doesn't look like it's going to.
Officials say 2/3 of all World Trade Center responders now have at least one certified 9/11 related health condition. And the number of rescuers' deaths from cancer has now surpassed lives lost on the day of the attacks.
I mean, we're at 204 in just the FDNY alone, and the NYPD is at 241. So, I mean, the number of first responders that have died post 9/11 is greater.
That includes NYPD Detective Lou Alvarez, who became the face of the crisis, who was still advocating for funding in Washington days before he died.
You all said you would never forget. Well, I'm here to make sure that you don't.
In July, the Victims' Compensation Act passed through 2092, a comfort to those who came to the rescue on one of America's darkest days.
Knowing that their families would be taken care of, for them it was a great sense of relief.
Another silver lining, there are currently 13 FDNY probies graduating next week, all the children of firefighters killed on 9/11 or from related illnesses.
A good friend of mine's son, Robert Talascio Jr., he's one of the graduates. I worked with his dad for over 20 years in my firehouse before he succumbed to brain cancer.
The message now from these veteran firefighters: do not forget the brave heroes who saved lives and would do it again. In Manhattan, Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.